I hurt my back on a trampoline, okay?
Tell me more about that.
Yes, basically I injured it on a trampoline and I was in so much pain. I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't walk, I couldn't move. Before the injury, I was a very active person. I was always doing like body pump spin class. I was a former cheerleader. I was always on the go, and I was the mom that was there for my girls, like everything, you know. So Ronnie and I had just gone to Hawaii like right before this, and we climbed a mountain for 7 hours. So that just shows you I was very able-bodied and on the go constantly. It was like a stabbing, constant pain. I was in constant tears. It was horrible. I had to miss out on so much life. I mean, I couldn't lift the baby that we had just adopted, and it killed me. Reese, our middle child, was cheerleading at the time. I had to miss her games. Our oldest daughter, Riley, had graduated high school. I could barely get in there to see her graduate. I was in so much pain, but I did. And then she was going off to Texas Tech, you know, in Lubbock, and that's 8 hours away. So I rode flat on a mattress the whole time to get there because I wasn't gonna miss my child, you know, moving into her dorm room for the first time. I went to 8 different doctors just to, you know, try to find answers, and nobody knew what was going on because on imaging, everything looked fine with my spine. And so, you know, why I kept questioning why, and they thought I was crazy. Why am I in so much pain? But I just kept asking and seeking and knocking, and I knew that God was my very present help in time of trouble, and I knew that a lot of people were praying for me, and I felt that, and there's power in that. And so we just kept seeking and knocking, and God opened the door and provided a great team of chiropractors and physical therapists, and finally a great surgeon that believed in me, because so many doctors didn't even want to touch me. And so they diagnosed me with the SI joint being hypermobile. So it's not supposed to move. So basically we had to go in with huge titanium screws and stabilize that joint. So we had the first surgery on the right side. And it was horrible. It's like a year recovery. It was a potty chair by my bed. It was a walker, a cane, you know, crutches, a temporary handicap sign. It was just a lot of not going anywhere at all. Like I just had to lay flat on my bed, and it was just a horrible time in my life, and I didn't understand. I didn't, you know, like, why, God, is this happening right now in this time of my life when I need to be there for my children and my husband? But I know Romans 8:28, in all things, even the things that we don't like or want, God is working together for our good. And so I knew that some way, somehow, He was going to get glory from this. So I just had to get up and try, and that's what I did. 5 months after that first surgery, I was still in a lot of pain, but I was driving myself to physical therapy, and a road construction tractor hit me. I was in my coned area, going 55. He was in his cone area, and he pushed the wrong button on his box blade and hit me. And I thought I was gonna die. Here I had some hope, and now I was taking a million steps backwards, and it was horrible, and I just didn't understand. I mean, I really was at a low point, like, okay, what now? But the left side started hurting really bad. And so with my amazing team, they said, you know, we've got to go in, do a surgery on the left side and put these, you know, 2 more titanium screws, another year of recovery, another year, the potty chair, the handicap sign, the cane, the walker, and I knew, I was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do that? I mean, I can't do this again to my family. I can't, you know, a lot of things were going through my head, but I had to put on my spiritual goggles and say, God's ways are higher than mine. His thoughts are higher than mine. I believe He's with me, and He constantly reassured me that He was with me. He had His hand on my children, on my family, on my marriage, and I had to surrender my life into the mighty hand of God. And I said, God, I give you this. I give you my life, my health, my precious family, and I give it to you, and I trust you completely with it. And He got me through it, you know, and it wasn't easy, but we got through it. And every day I just am so thankful. I don't understand, why it happened, but I know that he was with me and I felt it. He reassured me constantly. I can't explain it. It's the peace that passes all understanding. Like, I was bent, but my spirit wasn't. I had the joy of the Lord as my strength. And when I tell you I had this fire in me and this warrior, like, not today, Satan, you messing with the wrong girl. Like, I'm getting this. I'm going to be there for my children in the name of Jesus. I'm going to be there for my husband in the name of Jesus. This is not the end of me. I held on to Romans 12:12. I was joyful in hope. I was patient in affliction. I was faithful in prayer. I was just getting it. Like, I know that God's with me through this. And I felt it. I can't explain. Just God's hand on me. When you're in the storm and you're really leaning on Jesus, you feel it.
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice, I will rejoice, and be glad in it, and be glad in it.
Every test has a testimony. Every mess has a message. Every wound has wisdom. And every pain has a pulpit. Sometime in your life, God is going to use you to encourage somebody else through this. And it may be hard right now, but just keep moving forward. Keep trusting the Lord. He's got you. He's with you. My name is Marla, Germany, and this is my story.